There is an element of the reform group that are saying, because they have business people, because they have people who are entrepreneurs and doctors, as you pointed out in the council meeting, doctor councillors, that they have a different skill set, which is great, but it depends on whether they're going to be allowed to have that ability to interact on that. And do you think looking after the first meeting and the first month and a bit, that there is going to be those opportunities to have those conversations?
I'm afraid they've made a mistake. They haven't brought different people to the table. I'm afraid I can find exactly the same occupations and kind of life histories and CVs in all of the other parties. They haven't brought anyone new. You know, the number of business owners sitting in the Lib Dems or in the Conservatives or in the Labour groups is pretty much the same. So I found it quite funny when they were kind of talking about how, you know, the Councillor Doctor bit, I didn't even know that was a thing until that meeting. I've been sat there as a Councillor Doctor for the last 4 years, not knowing I was a Councillor Doctor. I was like, hang on, it's amazing. Like, I thought I had to drop a title. Now I can add a title.
Your nameplate gets that little bit longer.
You know, let's just add it all on. Let's see what happens. But it's also part of the reason I haven't done it in the past is that, to me, like, my doctorate isn't necessarily why I'm a councillor. Like, I don't necessarily want to distinguish myself from my residents because I have the same concerns they do. Just because I've got a qualification, I do feel a little bit like that actually is creating a bit of distance between myself and those who vote for me. And I don't know, part of me is I'm not sure about that. But I also know that a lot of people have some fantastic skill sets. Not everyone in our group has a degree. Not everyone in our group owns a house. Not everyone in our group has had a lovely kind of middle class upbringing. I sure as hell haven't. And so this idea that we're all the same and a member of political elite and they're a completely different group. Can I just point out 2 of their cabinet members and their leader were a member of the Conservatives before we started this council term. So this idea that somehow they're magically different from the rest of us, I'm afraid, is complete and utter nonsense. And I almost swore again there.
So, what do you think? Let us know in the comments below or on our social media channels. And if you've enjoyed this video, give it a big old thumbs up and hit that subscribe button so you don't miss any of our future updates and content. Thanks for watching.